Hello everyone. So today I want to discuss about the Ordeal Forbidden Faith. So today is day 2. So I have reached the stage 9 difficulty for the practice mode. So the main problem here is the hero critical damage decrease and also hero receive less heal. With the hero critical damage decrease, they decrease our critical damage by 300%. And less healing is 90% less healing. So this is really bad for the normal team. To survive through this, we usually need shield and damage reduction. If possible, with the undispellable one, because this boss has dispel. Usually we rely on Veronica or Paris because they have shield and unremovable 50% damage reduction. But some player don't have the Veronica or Paris. So this time we'll be using Yeowudong, Vernil, and another hero that multi-hit like Demeter or Sasquatch. The DPS here will be Ibelin, the champion. So some player don't understand how to use Ibelin or what is happening. About champion Ibelin, we rely on this buff, Perseverance. When an ally deals a critical hit, Ibelin deals physical damage equal to 100% of her attack power to all enemies. This one doesn't have cooldown, so as long every hit is critical hit, Ibelin will deal damage. So multi-hit is really good for this. So for example, we head to the practice mode. This Sasquatch with the champion Ibelin here. This new loading screen is sick. Here we can see the attack here. You can see a lot of critical hit. If let's say we are not using Ibelin, using Galahad, you will see less critical hit. Only little damage. But if we use back the Ibelin, $35,000 something. The Sasquatch damage only couple hundreds. So Ibelin here is the damage. So for this hero critical damage decrease, right? It reduces our critical damage by 300%. But this doesn't affect champion. So they can't debuff our champion. We also can't buff our champion. So to boost the champion damage, we need to give them a good status. Good stats. Champion stat is affected 70% by the team member stat. So like this, we use the Yeowudong, Vernil, and then Sasquatch. Here we can see the armor penetration, accuracy, critical damage, critical chance, attack power. All of this is affected by the theme. So for the boss, at stage 12, they have 4,000 armor. So we need to get Ibelin 4,000 armor penetration. But this current calculation doesn't include the set option. Let's see the Sasquatch. It doesn't include the set option in the CG set. So the calculation shown is not the real value. So here we have 3,000 armor, 3,000 armor penetration, and then we have ring 171 times 3, and then we also include another ring, 3 armor penetration ring, and for Vernil also the same, 3 armor penetration ring. So we can math it out. 3,000 plus 171 times 3 plus 171 times 3 plus 171 times 3. And the total is 70% for Ibelin. And Ibelin have base armor penetration 1,000. Yeah, armor penetration 1,000. So they include that. So Ibelin have 4,107.3 armor penetration. This is enough for stage 12. So since that we get enough armor penetration, so the rest we can fill it with attack power. For Sasquatch, at least you get critical damage and critical chance, because we need to have critical damage above 300. So this one is 128 plus 111.25 plus the base critical damage is 100. So we have 339.25. After minus 300, we only left 39.25 critical damage. If our hero has lower critical damage than 300, we won't deal any damage. If let's say you are using 2 critical chance, that means our critical damage is minus. So when we deal critical hit to the ordeal boss, Sasquatch doesn't deal any hit. The game doesn't count the hit. So Ibelin doesn't deal damage because there is no hit. Okay? And then we use the Spirit of Mana. More clones, more hit, more critical hit. So for the people that don't have Veronica or Fairies, we will need to use the Resurrection skill. Resurrection skill for the shield. Cast a shield that absorbs damage equal to 175% of their maximum HP. So we use the sigil attack power with the HP to get big enough shield. This attack power is for the Ibelin stats. And then we have Vernil. Vernil will also create shield. Upon using their block after another ally 3 chain, the hero summon Frigid Heart, which absorb all damage and then 300% of hero HP. So that's why we use the damage reduction with 2 HP sigil. And then we use the Smile of the Goddess. Decrease the damage they receive by 50% and cannot be cancelled. So this is to emulate Veronica. As you can see, the Veronica will cast a shield and also give damage, decrease damage 50% and cannot be cancelled. So we use the Vernal shield and then the Smile to emulate Veronica. And for this, we need to use the level 50 bone skill. Upon using an ally block 3 times, the champion generate 1 block for the ally leader, which is the Yeowudong. When Yeowudong use her 3 chain, we generate 1 block for the entire team. So Yeowudong generate block for ally, the ally will generate block to the leader, so they can loop. So let's try to do the order stage 9. The goddess can be anything. Kronos can use use goddess during the parry. You can use another one before the next parry, but our other goddess, the timing is too tight. So let's some sound. So for the beginning, we need to prepare two chain. After that, we need to wait for the goddess parry. Soon the goddess parry will come. Then here we need to prepare for 2 times 2 chain. Then prepare for the goddess parry. Then prepare for 2 chain. Prepare for 2 chain again. So right now you can clear the stage 9 with 2 minutes. The berserk time is 6 minutes, so it's still possible for the stage 12, maybe 5 minutes. But if you have Demeter, it can go faster. The same reason we use the armor penetration. This one you can use life steering with the armor penetration or use the damage reduction. So Demeter do deal more hits, so it is faster to clear. But what if you don't have Ibelin? There is another option. You can use Biwa. But Biwa we need to have 4000 resist penetration for the stage 12. And then use France. But this we also need the level 50 skill. It's hard to keep up without the level 50 skill when the stage 9 is with stage 10. The constraint champion restricted. We will have longer cooldown for the champion. So for this one you can use Kronos or Bella. So Biwa with France also works. So I hope you understand how to clear the stage 9. But if you don't have the level 50 champion, that's really hard. Well, good luck. So remember, for the Ibelin, you need to get 4000 armor penetration. 4000 armor penetration. And a lot of critical chance and critical damage. Minimum 301 critical damage for the DPS, like Sasquatch, Demeter. Because this one really hurts. A lot of damage. Reduce a lot of damage. So the champion, since champion can't be affected, I prefer to use the Ibelin. But if you have Guernica and Shub, it will be faster. Much faster. We can use the attack power here. This one, because the healing reduced, so I try to use damage reduction since I don't really need the extra armor penetration. Here we can use the critical damage, attack power, and more armor penetration and critical damage. Then for the Ibelin, we have enough armor penetration with the other 2 ring, with the other 1 ring. And I use to get more critical chance. If you don't have, just use the normal critical chance with 3 armor penetration ring, or use the lifesteal ring, and damage reduction if your Demeter keep dying. And then Ibelin, level 2. Okay. So with Guernica, you can have easier time for the first 2 chain. We can survive without using without using block. Oh no. Oh no. I waited too long. The healing reduction really hurts. Retry. See, much faster than the other team, 35 seconds. Because we have Shub, which will mark the boss. Let's see here. The enemy marked as a sacrifice received 40% more damage. Since we can't debuff the champion Ibelin or buff the champion Ibelin, the only way is we debuff the enemy to receive more damage. So this 40% will give Ibelin more damage. And since we also use very offensive build, more critical damage, more attack power, Ibelin can deal a lot of damage and faster also. So that's why it's much faster clear, 35 seconds only. So I end here. I hope everyone understand what I'm talking. Okay. Okay, good luck.